So, a lot of birthdays going around right now, and as I was getting into my friend's birthday gathering last night, they're not parties anymore. And when we get older, they become gatherings.
Whatever you need to tell yourself, man.
Extravaganzas or banquets. What's the other one? Brunches,
Shindigs.
But I was getting there, and there is this a ritual. I don't know if it's religious. I don't know if it's just practice, something that he grew up with. But I kind of found it to be like a quirk, because it's not necessarily what I do at my own home. But we walked in, and first thing we do is we take off our shoes, right? And I don't necessarily want to talk about quirks, but I did want to talk about, like, is there any like particular practices, let's say, that growing up it was a common thing to do, getting home and sitting down, like, and where did they come from? Because like truthfully, like, maybe I gotta call him up and ask him, hey, why do we take our shoes off when we walk into your place? Because like my usual thing is I get home, yeah, I can get comfortable, but I'll go to my room first, and that's where I, like, take things out of my pockets, take my keys off, and then get comfortable with, like, shoes off, socks off.
Interesting. So I mean, we're talking more that's like traditions, like maybe traditions we don't know the root of, and we just still sort of abide by.
Yeah, exactly. So like, I wanted to know if you guys have something that you like follow. It's a house rule that you follow, and why? Because again, growing up, like, we didn't do that.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's definitely an interesting question. There are still things that were a part of my childhood that I sort of just continue to do just because they were a part of my childhood. One of where Matt and I work at a company, and our CEO told a story. I don't know if Matt will remember this, but during one of our meetings where, and I can't remember what the tie-in was for the corporate world, but basically, like, when his family or his mom or whatever would make a ham, right? They would make a ham for, like, Thanksgiving or for Christmas, and part of the preparation for the ham was to cut the ends off, and then put then you dress the ham, you put all the seasonings on it and stuff, and then you put it in the oven. So he said that one time someone had, like, asked, like, hey, what's the, like, I understand the seasonings and all this other stuff, like, why do you cut the ends off of the ham? And his mom or his wife was just like, I don't know, it's just something that we always do. We've always sort of just, that's just a part of the preparation for it. So they reached out to the person that they had learned that from, and, like, so the grandmother, I guess, in this scenario, and the grandma was like, well, I didn't have a pan that was big enough to fit the whole ham, so I had to cut the ends off to make it fit, so it's like, it was just something that you did, that was like the tradition, but it was like, at the beginning, it had a reason, but it was just something that you just did because, the previous generation had done it. So yeah, I think that there are things that, like, I think there is a lesson in that, obviously, like, sometimes some traditions are outdated, so let's maybe, reevaluate our traditions and not just follow them blindly, But anyway, I digress.
So what were some of yours? No, like,
yeah, so for us, yeah, so I mean, again, mine aren't that, like, profound. Like, when I was growing up, like I said, I have 4 siblings, so there's 5 of us in the house. So one of the things that we used to do that I had to sort of train my brain not to do anymore was, like, let's say there was 5 boxes of, like, breakfast cereal, and like, each different, like, you have your Cheerios, your Captain Crunch, your Corn Pops, or whatever. Like, the rule in our house was, if someone opened a box, none of the other boxes could be opened until that first box was gone. So it's like, if my brother got downstairs early for breakfast and opened up the Cheerios, I'd be like, shit, I wanted Corn Pops, but now I have to have the the Cheerios until the Corn Pops are, or the other way around. So yeah, even as an adult, sometimes I'll buy multiple of something, and then I'm like, oh man, I really want some, Frosted Mini Wheats right now, which no one has ever said in the history of the world. but just for the sake of the story. But I was like, oh man, but I already opened up the Golden Graham, so I have to finish those. But it's like, Adonis, you're a 30-year-old man. You can open up multiple boxes of cereal. Like, there's nothing stopping you from opening up another box of cereal. Or like, say, oh, you have to eat dessert after you eat dinner. It's like, bro, I'm a man. If I want a slice of cake, I'm just gonna eat a slice of cake. I don't have to like. There is no rules against eating a slice of cake for breakfast if I wanted to. Should you be doing that? Probably not, but I can if I want to. Like, I'm not gonna get in trouble. I don't have to worry about a parent or someone telling me that that's a no-no. But yeah, things like that are just like rules that were like sort of rules as kids that we had that I still have trouble like not following as an adult.
Yeah. So did your mom do it like or make you guys like not open another box just because she didn't want to be wasteful? Because I get that, like you open.
I think it was a waste. I think it was an order thing as well, like just keeping everything ordered and organized, and
not having to go stale.
Exactly.
Okay. I mean, I get the reason behind that, and like I will tell you, like the whole eating what you want, like first day after graduation, I was like, I don't have to go to school. Mom's at work, dad's at work, siblings are in their different activities, but I've graduated.
Yeah.
I had pizza for breakfast and ice cream.
Yeah.
Best feeling ever. So like just eat what you want in moderation. Don't
exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Like make it make sense. Like
it's kind of that saying. It's like now that I'm an adult, nobody can stop me from going to the store and buying 30 packs of Gushers and eating them in one day.
Exactly.
The downside of being an adult is that nobody stops me from eating the 30 packs of Gushers in a day. And I 100% I've been that guy. Yeah. Like, man, what's for breakfast? I'm going to eat fruit snacks. And I'm sitting there just like, this is all I've eaten today.
Yeah.
Oh, no. And so, yeah, I totally get that, though. The whole, like, making sure that only one thing is open. Because as I walked down, I opened up, oh, I really want these today.
Yeah.
And the Cheerios were opened already.
Yeah.
And then my grandma would be mad because she's like, no, that box was open. You need to open that one first.
Yeah.
You need to finish that one first. So it's always funny to hear that's I think it's just a thing to not be wasteful.
Maybe it's a generational thing.
Yeah.
And were there anything else like that you remember growing up or like?
So as of recently, because of the pandemic, whenever I come home from the store, or even if I go to someone's house, when I get home, I take my shoes off and I spray them with Lysol. And I leave them outside for like 2 or 3 minutes just because I don't want to bring germs into my house for like dogs and stuff like that, my dogs and stuff like that. So that's why I take my shoes off at my house, and we tell people when they're coming into the house, like spray your shoes with Lysol. Don't just come in without your shoes being clean.
Why don't you just vaccinate your dogs? I'm just kidding.
I was like, can you even? Also, I'm not trying to fight them to get them to take those shots because some of them are very spry. But yeah, so like outside of that though, nothing else really comes to my mind for things that we did, like little at home rituals, if you will. Yeah, nothing like that.
So I did have one, and I'm looking back at it, and it's a lot of sign of respect, and to more so for one person. I feel like for me, the way it comes across, the way it looks, is like a sign of power. Growing up, when we had my grandparents over, or even when we had meals and family was here, it's like we would set the table, and we would sit down, and my grandfather was always the first one served. Always.
Oh, okay.
But then everyone else would get served, right? And at times you'd look around and it's like, there's kids and they're hungry, and it's like, no, you gotta wait till everyone gets served. And it's like, but he already got served and he's eating, and it was one of those things. It's like, as a respect, yes, I still do that. I think it's only fair to, and it's not even fair, it's just a sign of respect. It's like, I'm gonna wait so that we can enjoy the meal together. So when we're at restaurants, like if you guys have ever seen me or noticed, like it's like I will like wait until everything comes out, or if something hasn't come out, until a person says, well, it's going to take a while, or if they've made a mistake, it's like, or you're okay to start eating it. That's not like, are you sure? I just want to wait and enjoy it together.
Yeah.
But the big thing, like I said, was like with my grandfather, and I have my own issues with the patriarch and with, you know, the relationship that I had with him. But a big thing of it was just like, you wait until he's served and everyone else is served to start eating, and then you finish your plate. And I get the finish your plate thing. It's like,
Yeah.
it's a cultural thing. You don't want to waste that. I don't. It might be an everyone or generational thing.
Yeah, I think it's a class thing too.
Yeah.
I think as we're growing up, you know, very near the poverty line, and at some points below it, it was like, yeah, you don't like you eat. First of all, you eat what I give you, and you finish what I give you. It was like, man, these, you know, not to sound like an old curmudgeon, but like kids these days have no idea how good they have it. Like if I didn't like what was being served, then I just went hungry.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh, well, go in there, fix yourself something that you want to eat. No, it was like, hey, if we're having chili tonight and you don't feel like chili, then you're going to go to bed hungry. Like, you know, you eat what I give you. So it's like we didn't really have the luxury of being picky when I was growing up, and you ate what you ate. And again, with five of us in the house, like 7, including my mom and my granddad who lived with us for most of my life, like it was like you eat, you're probably not going to get that big of a serving. Not to say, guys, I wasn't Oliver Twist growing up, but
Please,
you know,
can I have some
it's
more?
like it was never like it was always like a big family meal type of thing. So spaghetti, chili was always big, like
Something big and shareable.
yeah, exactly. Where my mom wasn't making, you know, 7 steak fillets, you know,
Dude,
it's
right.
like, so yeah, but it was like I think it's a class thing too, because I think, you know, you have to eat. And you need to eat what we give you, because this is going to be probably your only meal tonight, and you're not going to eat again until breakfast. So,
Well, and I was going to ask you, like, you know, you said you either eat or you go hungry. And I was like, I never got the luxury or the option to go hungry. I had to eat my food. But with 5 people, I'm sure, you know, your
like
brothers
force feed us. Yeah, it's like, or
your brothers would eat it.
or
like,
someone else
like,
would eat it. Yeah.
My grandma, what she would do is I played chicken with her, and I realized she has time. So what happened was she made liver and onions, and a young Matthew, and even to this day, I do not like liver and onions. I was like, well, Grandma, I don't want this. And she's like, I don't care. I cooked that. You're going to eat it. And I was like, no, I'm not. She's like, well, you're not leaving this table till you do. So we sat there, and at the time, the way that our kitchen was, we had a little TV at the top of the fridge where she could watch her novellas. And so we're just sitting there watching her novellas, and I'm just like, what's going on right now? She's like, oh, that's the brother. He's come back from the dead. They thought it was actually his evil twin, Ramon, that killed him. Oh, man, okay. I get up to, like, sneak away. Yeah. Is that liver done? No. Sit back down. 2 hours. 2 hours. I ate cold liver. I didn't leave. And so that... Yeah, I think it might be a class thing, but I think it's also like a sign of respect. Like if I made this for you,
yeah,
like you don't just get to walk away from what I get made. But it always blew my mind as a kid, hearing other like family members or other kids who like, I just walk away, really, because I was scared.
Yeah,
I was thinking for sure my grandma would get me. I had a cousin who went on not an eating strike, but he would not eat anything unless it was McDonald's chicken nuggets. And I was like, I'm sitting there like, if I tried that, I'm pretty certain that I'm just not gonna be here anymore. Like I'm getting in trouble.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's like a class thing, but like it's a respect thing too, though. Like you're not gonna sit there and say, oh, I don't want this. I made it. You're gonna eat this.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think, you know, to the one friend, happy late birthday too. I think he's listening. I hope he's listening. But
give a shout out. I mean,
we'll give a shout out. Yeah, no, shout out Hades. Happy belated.
Happy belated, brother.
I'm gonna tell you, like, going on to like the shoes at the door. Like, I respect your ritual, so I'm gonna keep doing it. I hope it's because, you know, you just want to keep your house clean.
I say probably. I mean, that sounds to me just like a hygiene thing. Like, you know,
yeah.
But you know, I am curious why.
You watch like one video of what people do at like truck stops or like QTs. I watched this lady break a bag on the ground, and that bag was yellow. I don't want to know what it was, but we can assume what it was.
Yeah. Right
there in the parking lot, and it's like, yeah, you really don't know what you're walking.
Walking
what caused that sticky thing that you're stepping on? Do you really know?
Do you want to know?
Do you even want to know?
That makes me reconsider.